All right, so today we're headed to the French Riviera, to the beautiful city of Nice. But we're not just here for the beaches. We're going to look at the buildings, because they tell this incredible story of shifting empires and a city that was, for a long time, caught between two powerful cultures.
And that brings us to the big question, right? When you walk through Nice, you just can't shake the feeling that it's, well, different from other French cities. The colors, the styles, the whole layout of the old town, it all seems to whisper of another country. So why does this famous French city look so incredibly Italian? Let's dig in.
To get to the bottom of this, we have to go back, and I mean way back. Our story kicks off more than 2,000 years ago with the very first stones that were laid on this amazing stretch of coastline.
So it all starts around 350 BCE. Greek settlers show up and establish a colony they call Nikaia, named for Nike, the goddess of victory. Then, of course, the Romans arrive with their legendary engineering skills. You can still see ruins of their city, Simonelve, with its amphitheater and baths. They really laid the groundwork, but it was after the fall of Rome that Nice entered its most defining chapter.
And here it is. This is the crucial part of the story. For hundreds and hundreds of years, Nice wasn't French at all. It was actually ruled by the House of Savoy, which was an Italian royal dynasty. This long period is pretty much the single biggest reason for the city's unique character.
And you can feel this history most intensely in Vieux Nice, the Old Town. This isn't just some charming tourist spot, it's a genuine medieval maze. The narrow streets and tall buildings were designed that way for a reason, for defense, and also to create shade. It was a totally practical solution for life in a bustling and, sometimes dangerous port city.
Within this Italian era, you really see two different styles pop up. First, you've got that practical medieval design, which was all about survival. But later, the Baroque style arrived, and that was about inspiration and, let's be honest, showing off a little. Just think of the Cathedral of St. Reparata. It's not just a building, it's a statement, with this dramatic facade and a super rich interior, all designed to make you feel a sense of awe. And right here, this is the DNA of Italian Nice. You see those warm ochre, red, and yellow plaster walls? That is pure Italy. The tall windows with wooden shutters, or persiennes, they were designed to handle that intense Mediterranean sun, and the terracotta roof tiles are a signature of the entire region. It's an architecture that was literally born from Italian culture and the local climate.
But hold on, the story doesn't stop there. A massive transformation was on the horizon, one that would turn Nice from a strategic port city into a glamorous international hotspot.
This is the year, 1860. This is when everything changes. After centuries under Italian influence, Nice officially becomes part of France. And that political shift, it basically opened the floodgates for a whole new wave of development, money, and style. This period became known as the Belle Époque, which literally means the beautiful era. It was this time of incredible wealth and optimism all across Europe, and the architecture totally reflected that. Buildings were designed to be beautiful, elegant, and decorative. It was a way to show off the prosperity of the age. And Nice became the absolute playground of the Belle Époque. Wealthy English visitors helped fund the now famous Promenade des Anglais, these grand hotels like the legendary Hotel Negresco with its unmistakable pink dome shot up to host aristocrats. And even the city's diverse community left its mark. Just look at the stunning Russian Orthodox cathedral, built for the vacationing Russian nobility. But that Belle Époque glamour, well, it couldn't last forever. The 20th century brought world wars and brand new ideas that would, once again, add new layers to the city's architectural story. Yeah, after all the opulence of the Belle Époque, things got a little simpler. The 1920s and 30s brought the clean, geometric lines of Art Deco. Then, after World War II, the main priority was just housing a growing population, which led to functional, concrete modernist buildings. And now, today, the focus is all about smart, sustainable design that really respects the city's incredible past. So really, modern Nice is all about this constant balancing act. How do you build for the future with big projects like a new tram system without completely erasing the historic character that makes the city so special in the first place? And in 2021, the world officially recognized just how well Nice has pulled off that balancing act. It was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site, specifically as the winter resort town of the Riviera. This really cemented the global importance of its unique architectural mix.
Okay, so let's circle all the way back to our original question and put all these pieces together. What truly makes up the architectural DNA of Nice?
At the end of the day, it all comes down to a kind of recipe with a few key ingredients. That deep Italian history, it gave us the colorful old town. The Mediterranean climate demanded practical things like shutters and terraces. The tourism boom created the grand hotels and the promenade. And finally, its global community brought its own unique tastes, like those iconic onion domes of the Russian cathedral. It's really a synthesis of all these forces combined.
And I think this really gets to the heart of it. The city's architecture isn't some static museum piece. It's a living document, a story told in stone, plaster, and color, where each new era adds its own chapter without erasing the one that came before it. And that leaves us with one final thought to ponder. As Nice keeps evolving, blending modern design with its priceless heritage, you just have to wonder, what will the next chapter look like? And how is it going to add to the city's already incredible story?